Hey guys, Kickassreaction here. The boy, the man, the Flaming Shark, back once again. We are coming off right at the end of the last part.
Yeah, literally like 10 minutes ago.
Yep. We are in the supposed final investigation of the rise from the ashes. The crowd was
I can't
in
wait.
an eruption.
Dude, it's definitely going to be the final investigation, but I can't wait till the trial has like 3 segments instead of 2 or something.
Jesus Christ, you might not be
They're
wrong.
going to... You never know.
Yeah. But we're in this right now. I'm excited. We have to discover who the hell the ID card belongs to. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Emma and Phoenix, we are in the mood, we are in the mouth.
We also need to talk to Emma too about SL9 because she was obviously part of it.
Yes,
So,
that is true.
Lot of people that we could ask everyone questions about SL9 pretty much, except for like Gumshoe.
And yeah, that's pretty much on the list. No Gumshoe. So let's do this. Oh, it's the
February
next
24th.
day.
No, the same day.
No, it's the same day. Yeah.
3:12 p.m. Wright and Co. offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Doesn't really affect Phoenix. I guess it doesn't make Lana look good, but drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
He did the right thing.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Honestly, do
Indeed.
you not watch the news?
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
Oh? What do you mean by what happened to you?
I don't like the framing of that. Yeah. It's all there in the file. Well, that you were a witness, but I guess the context isn't really there.
Joe Dark's last victim. That in half hour.
Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Yep.
When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
Let me guess, one that could only be found scientifically?
I think she means herself.
Technically not wrong still. But what do you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
Huh. What? He tried to kill you? Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa, they're giving us flashes. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil... Oh!
Interesting.
Was only trying to save me. Okay, so Emma was the target.
What the... Why?
Interesting.
So that means you.
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming.
Despite the fact that it's on the file, but yeah.
That's pretty nutty.
But that is a wild little bit of backstory, so let's talk about it. For once, we actually do need to talk to you in the Wright and Co. offices.
I know, right?
It happened 2 years ago. It was right around this time of the year, too.
Of course
There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. Okay. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Interesting.
He must have meant to get Lana.
Maybe.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. Huh. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Okay. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then...
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant.
Ooh. Hey, go back
Very
to the
dramatic.
flashback.
I know. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture? Hey, I want to see that! What the hell?
I guess we'll get to it.
Show me the fucking image.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why why she made up the crime.
Oh. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
So they are both on the chopping block for that?
Yeah, even though I assume Edgeworth didn't know, based on his reactions, he did not know that he was using forged evidence.
Of course he didn't. He's all about the truth and whatnot.
Well, yeah,
Edgeworth.
but he's had the reputation that he was this asshole from the beginning of the game, but as we've learned, he's not as bad as he came off.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, that makes sense. And that ties back into the rumors that Phoenix heard that were part of one of the reasons why he wanted to be an attorney.
Yep.
I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true. Even though we may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
Yeah. After that case ended, Lana was never
Yeah,
the same.
get fucked.
Interesting. Okay. She became cold like she is today.
Interesting. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma.
Perhaps.
What did you see in the instant that crime occurred?
There it is. Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. You notice Dark's hair looks like an onion?
I was literally about to say those words in that exact order.
I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Yeah, it looks like an onion.
That's so silly.
I'm surprised you brought that up. That's the kind of observation I would make.
Yeah.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. You gonna show it?
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out.
That was the image?
Yeah, that's what
that's
she
it?
remembers, because they had mentioned she didn't remember the moment. She didn't witness the actual moment of the crime, and that's why Lana forged whatever.
God damn it. Oh, wow.
Aww.
You look
That kind of...
somehow
you know what
older
this
than you do now.
I know, you know what this shot reminds me of? It's the shot of Maya crying over Mia's dead body.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much.
You're right, though. She does kind of look older there, Emma.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. Oh, yep. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. There it is.
Nice.
I want to be able... Dude, this is crazy because, ironically, both Emma and Phoenix have a lot to do with their current... Their where they wanted to go with their lives have a lot to do with this case, weirdly enough. Despite Phoenix having nothing to do with it.
Yep.
I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And find the evidence to make an airtight case. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing for Phoenix was the class trial that he had, but, you know, this obviously as well. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. Yep.
I see.
That's crazy.
I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime.
So basically, because she would never be in that position again.
Yeah.
That's why she wants to investigate everything.
Protect her, sissy.
The best she can.
There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, we need context on this. That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? For Lana? Well, no, he just said he was running
But
from
why was he
someone.
there in the first place? Like, I need
He
more
was running from
context,
someone.
yeah. Yeah, that too. I assume Marshall. Neil Marshall, yeah.
Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Yeah, what the hell was going on? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Okay.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
What?
Well, that... Wow.
Bro does not plan his alibis out. But why did he run in all the way over to your sister's
Yeah, they were at the
office?
police department, at the prosecutor's office. Because the detective's offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly! Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Nice.
What the fuck? How did she get from a detective to the chief prosecutor?
She's Lana.
She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Pretty simple. Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her.
Yeah,
If we
there's a
can have
lot.
another
Okay.
talk with her.
Well, that was interesting. Lots of cool stuff there in that conversation.
Yeah. It seems everything is somehow related to this incident.
What was it labeled again? The SL9 incident?
Yes, the name of everyone connected to this trial was listed in here. All that's left is to figure out just what the fuck everything is happening in this.
Yep, what role everyone plays.
If we search hard enough, I think we'll find all our answers. What exactly did or didn't Lana do?
I'm not sure I want to know everything. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, either way, hop to it.
Let's go detention center.
Sure.
See if we can find Lana here.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you are not being bombarded with questions.
Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
You can acknowledge Emma too, you know.
I know,
Like,
she keeps ignoring her.
I appreciate the attention, but bro.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Falsifying evidence, huh? I didn't think you were the type.
Damn. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? Damn.
Fair?
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks.
She was pretty sure that was not the case here. Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh?
About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details, specifically about the unusual change of jobs?
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
Damn right. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case was largely connected to another one 2 years ago. You might have gotten Edgeworth fired, and this time I can't protect him.
Yeah.
My main rival, my dynamic.
It's not good.
Oh my god, that's a way of tying this shit in. He's gonna get fired, and in the next game it's gonna be a completely new prosecutor.
Maybe.
Imagine.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
Girl, that's just not how life works sometimes.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Like, she's very candid about it.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said? I think it was. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Whoa.
Oh.
They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. So they did work together.
Chief gone?
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister.
Another reason she wants to be a scientific investigator, obviously, then.
Yeah. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. That makes sense, because you went to law school. Because that's how she met Mia, so... Interesting. The reason I became a detective was... to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
An interesting game you played.
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Well, let's do it.
The Dark investigation. Two
Lovely.
years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. Interesting.
They even had the same office. Damn, they were fucking.
I mean, don't get me wrong, despite the, he does have daddy vibes, I'm not gonna lie, so I do kind of get it, even despite the huge age gap going on here.
What? It's only what?
Almost 40 years?
Yeah, it's only 30 years,
36. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. There they are, and Neil. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. That's crazy.
Yeah. When he tried to kill Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me, and that's why she's the other witness.
Now you tell us. Nice.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
Get the big boys out.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Whoa.
Oof.
So that's Dark on the bottom and Neil on top.
Jesus Christ.
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood, and Emma being the other.
Yeah. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. So they all were passed out. Interesting.
That's crazy.
During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked.
Yeah, you ran right for Emma first.
I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through. After all, her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence,
I don't buy it.
Oh!
Oh?
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's uncovering dirt even when it's not there. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Yep. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Yeah, it's true.
Damn.
There's always another one in this series. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Drake at the police department, right?
Dark.
By
Yes,
Dark.
in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's
Damn.
office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder.
Okay.
We are about to do some very illegal stuff. And I hope you'll be with me.
Unless
Emma.
Gant lets us. Gant's been pretty friendly to us, weirdly enough. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved.
She really means it.
Lana.
How
Nothing to
this
say about
fucking
that.
jar?
Nope, nothing.
What is this? What is the significance of this jar?
I'm terrified to find out what the significance of this jar is.
I don't want the jar.
Alright, we're going to criminal affairs.
I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
I know, there's like 2 people in here. As opposed to the 2 people that are usually in here. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later.
Alright, simple enough. Game just saying, hey, nothing here right now at least.
You're out of what? They let you go?
Interesting.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
I need context. Yeah.
Howdy, Bambino.
But I'm glad to hear your theme.
I didn't think we'd
Oh,
see you
Mr.
again,
Marshall.
Officer Marshall. I know I thought things would turn out this way when I woke up the morning. Q Sarah. You never know when life will lead you, huh? Hey, Bambina? I should've known my luck and run out when old Billy died this morning. What?
Billy? Is that going to be his flask?
Must be his pet
his
cactus.
Well, that's
Say,
just a
where are
guess
you headed?
anyways. But...
Wow. Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back.
Fair enough.
Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Fair enough.
Yeah, so he is getting he's getting booked. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Damn straight. Simon was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. Oh? You mean that switchblade knife that was broken with the broken tip? That was Joe Drake's, alright. Joe Dark's.
Yeah.
But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
Interesting.
What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon.
Huh.
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Huh.
The facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
So presumably that was Lana's work.
That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
Damn. How old was he, your brother?
Dead. They don't tell you if they're dead. He was 27 at the time.
Same age as Lana. How old is Marshall?
Who? Oh,
Jake Marshall.
33.
33. Okay, so younger brother. So he was same age. So he was 4 years.
No, this was 2
older.
years ago. He would be 31.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. 27, not 29. He was 27. Oh, yeah. Marshall was 30. Yeah, sorry. Jake Marshall was 31. I was saying he was 4 years older, or his brother was 4 years younger
We
than him.
didn't specify the first name.
Yeah, his brother was the same age as Lana.
Yeah. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor, that fucking statue. You mean King of Prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must really be close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Yeah, because they...
Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
Yep.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They?
Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bombina. I mean, Damon Gaunt and Lana Skye.
Interesting.
The investigation
I mean, they would have been the two with the power to do all this after the
True.
fact, because chief of police and chief prosecutor.
The investigation lead, Damon Gaunt, and his second in command, Lana Skye. Which we keep seeing this picture.
It's cool, though.
It is. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gaunt, The new chief of police arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Damn. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Like 5 minutes ago.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. What a secret. So it all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. There's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? That was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Nice.
Aww.
He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gunn. Don't believe
I
me?
mean, even the game is kind of
you.
Even the game is like,
Don't
it
trust
kind
this
of is
man.
respecting your intelligence enough to be like, yeah, Gant is like clearly where we're narrowing in on.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness for that, at least. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman after today.
Damn. Oh! Ah! He popped it off. He's what the fuck? We haven't seen that animation.
Time for a true drink. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. You truly were a good one.
Aww.
Aww.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you.
When you become a real scientific investigator. You really did want to work with her, huh?
That's actually
after
really sweet and
after
sad.
After all the shit we went through, you actually cared about Emma quite a bit.
This feels like this might be. I think this might be it for him. This feels like the. This feels
I mean,
like
he's
the
turning himself
sayonara. Yeah.
Adios, Bambina.
Aw.
No, Marshall. I really like.
Damn,
Marshall.
and it's just. Oh, that was cool.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, and now Emma's lost.
And we
another
can't go
person
in,
her
and we
life.
can't go in the evidence room. So I guess it's.
Yeah.
Prosecutor's office.
Damn, and Miss Star not even here. No one's here today.
Yeah.
Not even Miss Star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. We can't go in there. Yeah.
But we proved in court today. But we proved in court today that on that day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
But you also claimed that someone might have been murdered earlier in the evidence room. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
Completely missed. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
Alright, let's see Edgeworth then, I guess. Maybe? If he's not busy.
Poor man's car. Well, he should be getting questioned as well right now, shouldn't he?
Maybe.
Yeah, because he was accused, or he was found out of using falsified evidence.
Oh, there's something here, though. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee.
Again?
Took a real beating in court today. Again.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later. Alright.
Yeah, nothing. I don't think anything's changed here, so we can. So, not there. What do we got?
Too many more places to really go. Oh, it's one of this shit. We have to present something.
Well, no. Wait. Let's see all the locations, though, or make sure there's no locations we're missing. Go back to criminal affairs, maybe, because we did see Marshall. Yeah, we were supposed to see Marshall first. Yep.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. We've actually both done this guy's voice. We need to actually decide which one of us is the chief of detectives.
I have no idea.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Thanks. Oh, he actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
Damn. And that's the thing. Can you really, like, afford to, like, you know, demote Edgeworth right now when, like, we have one final day to go and he is the main, like, prosecutor of this entire trial? I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
After what's gone on in this universe before, I am never taking a lift in my life. Never.
Yeah,
Not once.
a little cursed. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Will you shut up? We got
Phoenix,
permission.
Like, yeah, Phoenix, like, shut up. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
I will smack you across the head. You do something like that again.
I love her. Okay, so here we go. Whoa.
What the?
Oh, there's the picture on the left.
Oh, yeah,
but also,
what
whoa.
the fuck?
It's an organ.
Big fan of piano, I see.
Oh, the music! It's supposed to be, he can play his theme on it.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Where am I?
The chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. Really?
What?
They used to call me Little Miss Bach.
What?
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes.
Could you stop that?
Yeah, I think literally the entire police station probably heard that, or criminal affair, whatever. I never could remember where C was.
At the very least, Gant heard it. You think you wouldn't know when his prize
Oh yeah, he's got like it's like
playing?
a spider. It's like a spider sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just appears. It's even worse. It summons him. You press.
It's his spawn point.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's something about that transition. Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
So, Rhino, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement.
Oh, so he's got a suit of armor as well.
That's pretty cool.
What the fuck? Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies.
Yeah.
See that big picture on the wall over there?
That's what we saw earlier.
Oh my god, look what's behind them.
The suit of armor.
No! Behind
And the
them!
vase.
The fucking vase is there. What the fuck? So it had something. So, okay. I mean, we know
I think
it
had something
was.
to do with Gant.
Well, we know it had something to do with SL9, and we know the final murder took place in this room.
Oh my god, so not only is that shield like broken, it's also missing the sword.
Oh, yeah, the sword. Okay, so maybe it was meant to be a broken shield, but there's supposed to be a broken sword with it. Interesting. And this, oh my god. Is that the SL9 murder weapon?
What, the sword?
Yeah, the King of Prosecutors sword, because they said that his switchblade originally it didn't match, but then that evidence got erased.
And that is the first piece of evidence we've had in this case.
Yeah, besides the ID, at least. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
Something that hasn't come up at all yet.
No.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Also a pink tie? Bro, stop.
Yeah, he's stylish.
No.
There's a few things not right with this picture, Phoenix.
Something's not right with this picture. I wish I could see all of it.
I know.
I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Oh, there you go.
Well, now we have it, so you're good. There you go. Oh my god, stop!
There we go.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Because you can't be snooping around in my office. Oh.
If you touch that piano again, I will kill you.
Organ. Even.
If you touch that
Look at all those
again,
pipes. Look at that thing.
You think I'll go easy on you just because you have pink glasses too, you little slut? Oh, no.
Damn,
no.
they do both have pink glasses. That's funny.
I'll beat you down and have your sister on her knees begging me for mercy. Touch the organ again, Emma. I dare you. Touch it.
It's just like it's like a 5-minute bit.
This face the entire time.
Yep, that's the face. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. And my theme plays to emphasize it. Yep.
No, he's using his hand to like play the theme as he's saying this.
No, I love the idea that he's walking. He is doing this exact pose at us. His hands are in front of him, and then bro has like Doc Ock hands come out of his back or something to do it. It's like just some weird shit's going on, or the keys just start playing themselves, and it's like some psychic shit. No, hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. This is the first guy, though, I will say. Like, this guy gives out the vibes like he might actually have some sort of superpowers.
He's more intimidating than Von Karma.
There's something about it. I think it's the fact, because Von Karma doesn't even try to pretend to be nice. I think it's the fact that he pretends to be nice that makes him actually more terrifying.
Yeah, it's always that case.
Looks like we aren't welcome. And the theme helps.
It seems that the case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief can't deny our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way to get inside the chief's office.
Interesting.
Right, Emma,
so now we have to
give me a boost.
Okay, so that did that. So now we can look around and see, because we just triggered stuff, so things could have changed now.
But where do I look now?
Anywhere? Oh, well, that triggered another thing. Oh, I got Gumshoe.
Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe! Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. What?
From sitting so long?
Your ass got kicked out in a heartbeat, didn't it? Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Damn.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. Nice. That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. This guy's gonna have to go into hiding at some point.
I know.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? You said that right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth, and they're apparently true. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has talent, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey Dick, keep up the good work!
Yes, sir!
Let's go out for lunch again sometime. I love it they're emphasizing that he has no talent. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Because everyone likes him. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir. It
Yep.
seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. After all, under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
Damn.
Actually, I took a look at the file earlier, while this coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth.
Yep.
Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl?
Yeah, some girl. Yeah. Me.
Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl, and he just completely ignored that. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. It's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Yep. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his memory, alright? The game telling us, well, we can do Dark's crimes first.
We'll do it. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just a run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
Interesting. With his car, so it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal? I get that, like... What? Oh. What?
Wait, a kid just walked in, then he killed him too. Then he was burying the bodies. A jogger came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
Whoa, so he killed 4 people that were all witnesses. So he hit a guy with his car, then he killed a guy who saw it, then he killed a lady who saw that, then he killed a kid who saw that, and then he killed a jogger who saw that.
Finally, he turned himself in.
And then he turned himself in. That's literally all the murders, because that's 5, and then the 6th would be Marshall.
Well, he didn't turn himself in. What the fuck? Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
I guess we'll see what else is in the story, but that's crazy.
Jesus, of course. This is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
Huh.
So he turned himself in. Yes. But in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim.
Okay.
Prosecutor Marshall.
Fair enough.
And he did it with that luscious onion head of his.
I know.
That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily, Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
Oh my god.
That last witness, AKL, the girl with me right now, you fucking fool, AKA Emma Skye. The girl with most likely very dangerous chemicals in those vials of hers. What was I doing?
Switchblade. The murder weapon.
About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it, with the label SL9 Instant on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of? What are you doing with that? Never mind. Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective... That's the other thing, too, yeah. So, yeah, that got out of Goodman's locker and ended up in the muffler... of Edgeworth's car. On the day Detective Goodman... We still don't know why. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. Inside LANA'S... muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
Wait,
Alright, so we should have new dialogue now.
Okay.
Yeah.
This knife. It was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? Yeah, fair enough.
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. I did notice that.
Did the tip get jammed inside Neil Marshall?
Jesus.
But even if it did, like I said, but we already know that the stab wound was inconsistent, so there's weird stuff going on. You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well anyway. Take a guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Inside Marshall, as you said.
Gotta be.
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Not the first person that's done that. It was found deep inside the stab wound.
There it is.
Did it match Dark's knife? You bet! Down to the last fiber. You seem quite happy about that.
That's pretty conclusive.
Oh.
Ooh, autopsy report.
Okay. Oh.
And the knife's been updated. Yep.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. Yeah, he's just handing 50s out or whatever.
Apparently.
It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The Chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Dude, we're about to get a Gumshoe in trouble.
When isn't he in trouble? Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What?
Convenient.
Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Makes sense.
Shite.
Yeah, because we had to use a guest ID card to get into the evidence room.
So in other words, Gumshoe was our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. I don't think we have anything yet.
Well, neither of us stripping is gonna work. He's only after
Yeah.
Edgeworth.
We need to find Edgeworth. Maybe Edgeworth has something.
Maybe Edgeworth can strip for him.
Or that. Yeah, maybe we can find Edgeworth now.
So, that was the motive behind Joe Dark. He just killed someone and got a taste for it in the end. What
And
a
he just murdered a bunch of people back to back to back to back. That's like barely a serial killer, but it
turned
technically
himself
is.
in and then fucking run out just to kill again.
That's
what
wild.
The actual fuck.
So yeah, like I said, I think we need to find Edgeworth.
But he's not available.
Well, he might be now, though, because things triggered.
Unless you plan on, like, breaking the plane of 2D to go and get it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, he might be here now.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is! It looks like he's writing something, see?
Whoa!
Ooh, what are you doing here? Oh, he threw it on the ground.
Wow. He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
We could talk first, though.
Yeah.
I've had to live the past 2 years with the rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his feelings.
That's why you love him, Phoenix. So what do you want? Unlike some people I don't have all day.
How did you dare just ship these two together?
Duh.
But Maya.
Well, that too.
But Lana. But Emma.
That too.
But Mia.
That too. That too.
How big is this?
Just whoever you want.
But Wendy.
Wendy's only interested in Edgeworth.
True.
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict.
Based.
That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I could do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. You didn't know, right?
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's heir is my heir. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge.
Bullshit.
That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Very principled man. Mr. Edgeworth.
Big fool of a man.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep that kind of emotion bottled up. I think he's just learning not to keep his emotions bottled up now because of you, right? You changed this man. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
He literally said that basically earlier in the game.
Yeah. No more tsundere.
First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me with the face.
Damn, you're gonna start making Emma jealous.
I know. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors.
Nice.
I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. That's a list like the one Gant had.
Bro cannot escape the past, ever.
Yeah, I know.
What do you
Just
mean?
one thing after another. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. And you were new. You were relatively new. You were trying to impress Manfred. You were trying to prove yourself in general. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. Picture?
I mean, they're obvious. Yeah, the Gant picture, but because there's the vase and there's the King of Prosecutors. I assume they're referring to the King of Prosecutors, given we're talking to Edgeworth. But we still have another line of dialogue we could do first, anyways.
If you want. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this.
Wow.
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back, the screwdriver.
Yep, of course, the screwdriver.
Take something back?
This is it. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now it's time to present.
You have to go to present. Yeah, you have to go to present. So back.
Oh.
You went to court record. Yeah, there
God
you go.
damn it. This picture was hanging on the wall of Chief Gaunt's office. Yep. Very nice one.
Indeed. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
It's literally right there and it doesn't have a sword in it.
Yes. That trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours.
I think the shield's more broken on it too.
Maybe. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago.
Until.
There's a story behind its design. A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Interesting.
That's it?
So no, that unlocks a new dialogue option, I believe. Yeah. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. So it's basically like a sword. Have you heard this story?
Me? Sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though? For Emma's sake.
Very well.
You really gonna tell me a story about a fucking shield and sword?
Yep. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. What? Those 2 claims contradict one another.
They do.
The unstoppable force and the immovable object? How dare you?
Yep. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Yeah, he did say that. Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both.
Why are we
When the
playing
king
this
pointed
theme?
this out, because he solved he got it.
But
Like, he solved the case. When the king
Bro,
pointed
can't
this
stop.
out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
Because I assume that's based on, like, a real story, and I assume that the characters for contradiction are the halberd and the sword. Oh, I see, so the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize, yeah. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items.
And where exactly is the blade?
The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. That's what prosecutors do, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Yep.
Damn.
Wow, that's actually cool. But yeah, now we're missing the knife. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. Of course. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the ward abolished. I wonder why!
I think this case is pretty cut and dry. Pretty.
It's coming together,
open
that's
book.
for sure. Yeah, for all complicated as it was, it really does feel like it's coming together here.
Yep.
We are getting real close to using that damn trophy too. Wait.
What?
Okay, well, okay. We're gonna do whatever happens here. Okay.
Did you want to do something else?
There is something else to do in there,
Oh.
but we're in this now. I'm guessing Angel.
Oh boy.
'Cause
Excuse
she
me.
always shows up here. Yeah.
Man, once again, it's been a while, Angel. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Ooh!
Yeah, sure, why not? That sounds good.
Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches.
Now she's just giving out, like, just meat.
I'll take some roast beef. You certainly are a curious sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw who sucked, I was like, what the fuck are you about to say? And then I saw what she actually said, and it wasn't much better.
Yeah. We can ask the question of how was milk discovered till the end of time. But, yeah, that is definitely something. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Yeah, now she really likes us.
Oh, yeah. Everyone pretty much likes us now. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very same day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
Yeah, there's still that.
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savoured when eaten. Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Yeah, we have a much better idea of why now.
Oh yeah.
We might as well talk to her now before we do the other thing with Edgeworth.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not too soon forget. We trailed.
Or actually, you know what? It doesn't actually. The Edgeworth thing's fine because we actually couldn't do the Edgeworth thing yet, anyways. Now that I think about it, so it's all good.
Bro.
Well, no, because there is a dialogue option that you can get, but it doesn't. Because it's the paper. It's the crumpled up paper on the ground. But if you try to grab it, Edgeworth stops you. So you have to wait till he's gone.
We trailed him for half a year. All the pressure. Wait, what?
So I think like that was the thing. So he didn't turn himself in right after those murders. He turned himself in half a year later. So that's wasn't clarified there. But yeah, it had to be like that because there was a whole investigation about like that case. Like there was a whole team and everything. Like that wouldn't have happened if he just killed 5 people and then immediately turned himself in.
Yeah, fair. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. You mean because because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye.
Interesting. My sister. Was there...
The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo that we keep seeing.
Yep. Lana and Chief Gant.
Okay.
So that sounds like Lana really cared for Jake as well, like really.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or at least worried about him.
That legendary pair were the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked at how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
You don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
That's what it feels like.
She was being used. Yeah. Definitely what it does feel like. Damon Gaunt and Lana Skye. Gaunt led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gaunt's Magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
It's almost like he's breaking the fourth wall with it.
His magnetism, he is. By that I mean his ability to attract evidence.
Huh.
He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence, you mean? Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I mean, even if he didn't have any power, have you seen how this guy looks at people?
Honestly. Not to mention, he looks jacked as shit
Yeah.
under that suit.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. Oh, I was a fool really. She hated everything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives.
Okay, so all the other detectives wanted that Lana action. So Lana was just attracting everyone apparently. Mia, all the detectives.
I agree.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall?
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. Oh.
Wow.
She was that influential, huh? That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her.
Damn.
Why did she have to turn so cold after that? I guess we'll find out.
Wow. Okay.
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yeah, thanks to Chief Gaunt's powerful influence. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. That piece of Lana
Prosecutor's
ass.
office. Well, I mean, yeah.
The prosecutor's office, and that piece of Lana ass.
Well, it sounds like he already had that. Some form or another.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he can control the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, we saw that with Red White too, in a way.
That must have been his goal all along. Didn't Red Wright have didn't he have like something on the chief prosecutor?
Well, I mean, at the very least, he had the chief prosecutor. Yeah, he had her on speed dial and was like,
he had something on Lana.
He had something on almost everyone. It sounds like he had something on the judge.
Yeah.
Like, bro had all the dirt. Maybe he had, ironically, maybe he had whatever this was on Lana.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he was the king of gathering information. But how can he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for a change.
Sure.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you,
really
Miss
are.
Star. You listen to me, rookie. Is it even fair to call me a rookie anymore?
Yeah, I mean, he's only 5th case. I don't know how many you need to be no longer a rookie, but that's still pretty fresh.
It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
I think that might be it for her, too. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Alright. Well, that was cool.
I'm gonna assume Lana next, as we've learned more about her.
No, we're good.
Nope, not a damn thing.
It might be. I know there's another Edgeworth thing, but I don't know if it's right away or not, so...
We're still looking
just
for a
look
card
around.
to get in.
Okay, we got more criminal affairs.
Oh, you're back! You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ!
Nice. You're a DJ as well? Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Nice play on disc jockey. Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you get in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the DL6 incident.
SL9.
SL9 incident. How am I still on that?
The instincts. The instincts.
Even all this time later.
Yep.
I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we could do to make the detective change his mind. Okay, so now go. I think now you'll go if you try Edgeworth. I think you can do the thing.
And
now.
You're certain of that?
No, but I think.
Very well. You wanted me
No,
to
there's
something?
no. Well, you can, but he won't. He'll stop us.
I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out. What the fuck?
Hey Edgeworth.
Unless this actually works.
Is that
What?
Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground.
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. Oh, maybe this did work. I might be misremembering, actually. Oh, it did work. What? Letter of...
Resignation?
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Oh, got it. They're playing the DL6 music.
See, I was right to call it out. Resignation?
Nice.
Edgeworth, what do you mean?
I'm tired, Wright? I feel as if something inside me has died.
But
Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the
path I've walked.
Goddamn.
You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh, I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. What? How are we gonna get this to Gumshoe? What the fuck are you doing?
Can we read it? Can we read it?
You wanna read it?
I don't know if we can, but just check it. No. Well, you can click it, I guess.
You can't even get his
There was an
signature.
option. There was an option to click it, though, so you...
Okay.
I'm just curious. Oh, it was on the signature, I think, yeah. Due to recent we actually can read it.
Oh.
Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor.
He really wrote the resignation letter.
Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise.
I
God
swear
damn
to
it,
God,
Emma.
Stop simping for Edgeworth.
Still, it wasn't his fault.
Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world.
Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits.
Well, not everyone sees it that way.
To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay. Yeah, no.
What the fuck? What? Who are you, the devil? That's one tough grown-up world there.
Alright, well that was funny.
Is that what she, like... I felt like you could easily manipulate her like that. If that's her view on responsibility.
So I think if we show that to to Gumshoe, he'll realize how serious this is.
I mean, you know, I know you be shipping them, but I think we know that there's someone out there who really wants that Edgeworth dick.
Oh, he definitely. I think like it's more who doesn't.
I'd say probably Maya doesn't, unless I'm forgetting something.
Probably not. Probably not.
What's this crumbled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him,
Got more
I thought he was as
DL6.
cool as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective, you didn't betray him, Gumshoe.
Mm-hmm. He will always be a good job. A good dog. That's it. I've made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card. We can't do
I
that.
love
If
how
someone
it's still
found out-
Bruce Goodman again. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth.
Yep.
Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
Yeah, it's
What?
not going well for our old friend. The few characters that are returning in this case, it's not going well for them.
Not so far. So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Alright then.
Oh, it
Then
actually...
let's
Wait,
go.
no, on that picture, it actually said Dick Gumshoe. That's funny. But it does say
Okay.
Dick Gumshoe there. Weird. Detective Gumshoe isn't very photogenic, is he?
Whatever you do, just don't say that to his face.
Look, his eyes are half shut.
Yeah, and his mouth is half open. Not what
Damn.
I'm seeing.
Hey, each of his shirt buttons is off a notch.
And he's got that narrow end in his tie in front. I think this goes beyond being a photogenic issue. Come on,
Wow.
he's a nice guy. Don't be shitting on my man like that. He's cool.
He
He's
literally saved our lives in the third case. Like, we were about to get killed by the fucking
yeah, he
mafia,
did.
and then he...
cool. Yeah, he did. Like, come on, little appreciation here, please.
Here goes, Mr. Wright. There it is.
Whatever you do, don't touch the organ.
I don't like that the music's playing.
And there's a safe.
We're in! One of the many places that we might want to check out. If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
Ah!
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Did she just slap a bitch?
Did she slap a bitch again? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
Again?
I'm pretty sure she did that earlier in the case. To Gumshoe. Or it was, he like...
That does ring a bell.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Was
Yeah.
it the Gumshoe?
I'm pretty sure it was specifically Gumshoe.
Yeah, it was.
Ah!
The ghost thing. I didn't even know you
Oh
could
my
slap
God.
a ghost.
That's amazing.
Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
Yeah, because they're on their wits' end. They absolutely thought it was Gant. Especially after the first time.
Could you imagine if it was and Emma slapped him? I wasn't even sneaking. I was just
think her
worried
hand
something
would,
might go wrong.
I think when she makes contact with his face, her hand would just like melt.
It would shatter like glass.
Yeah.
So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your fucking ID card?
What the fuck? Why did we crush his ID card?
What? Hey, don't do that to my card!
I love when they do shit like that.
What the
That's
fuck?
great. Oh, I'm not comfortable with this music playing though right now.
I mean, hey, you'll never know if he's coming or not now.
Although anything's better than the Blue Badger theme.
I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
Yeah, we're all fucked if he shows up. You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh yeah.
But let's
Do
do
we
it
have
anyway.
anything?
This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
Are you really gonna make me fucking break in to a safe? Yeah, I think I have a guess. Do you know what it is?
Idea?
I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want me to try my birth date? It's not what I'm expecting. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing.
You got an idea. Let's see what you're thinking.
Alright, now. This is entirely based off of the upload you made today.
I love it. Fairy tale. If you know, you know. Code confirmed. Access granted. Yep.
My god, you have to be a moron to make a code like that. Bingo.
Well. What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777777. The final ID card number on that record.
Yep. What?
And we are certain of who the killer is. The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777777? That ID number?
One
I think
short.
you're 17.
Yep.
Wow. The judge goes over and fucking Gumshoe goes under.
Love it.
This can only mean one thing. That Chief Gaunt's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
Yeah, honestly. What pictures of Lana are in there?
Now I kind of want to see.
Me too. Emma, you should look too. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Of course, he goes straight to that. Look, it's
That's a fair point.
Oh my god.
The final piece of the vase. A shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks similar to when... Where have I seen this before? We put the whole thing back together. How did you forget that?
There's something else in here too.
Money?
A handprint.
No. Fucking handprint. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. How does that fit in?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You'd think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now.
It's gotta be really important, though.
A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
I wonder if we could fingerprint the handprint, maybe.
They're like pieces of evidence, maybe. Yeah, but unless you can prove that they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Well, one of them's really easy to prove. Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
I don't think I'm just carrying around those pieces.
But we also can look around. We could do whatever you want. We could look around or we could present stuff to Gumshoe.
Well, we're going to do both anyway. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? This isn't coming out of his salary? That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
Have you ever paid taxes at all? You don't have any taxes to pay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Shh, be careful for what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding it in this armor as we speak.
Oh, I
Damn.
would love that.
I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Oh, we know.
We know.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier.
Oh, the piece of paper. Oh, it's you
piece of
two. Give it a second.
Chief Gaunt! Oh, he put that paper he was reading in his desk.
And it looks like the paper Edgeworth had. I wonder if it's the other half of the evidence list, because Edgeworth said that the evidence list was like half as long as it normally
he did say that.
would be. Yep.
I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Same exact words, yep.
Yep. Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what. No, about the fucking evidence, you idiot. No, twice as long?
Yeah, we've heard that before.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence.
Yep. List of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Exact same words, my man. What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. So now we have,
We found this inside the drawer. A list of evidence from the SL9 incident.
Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list.
What would this list be doing here? We'd better look a little more into this list.
Alright, so something to look at in a second. Yeah.
More like right now. Oh, fuck it.
No, okay, never mind. Well, unless... Well, you could always turn it around, I guess.
To what end? What the fuck?
To that end. You just never assume anything in Ace Attorney.
I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
You're gonna get PTSD. I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. How could you not make that out?
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture.
Yeah, it might be important.
Just some shit to bring up at the last second of the trial when all seems lost.
Yeah, basically.
These shells are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. Damn, so he hasn't changed the layout of the room at all.
Kept it the same, maybe in honor of Lana or whatever.
Because it still has her scent.
Potentially.
There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park.
What? That does not look like a theme park picture.
No, but...
But?
No, just, I don't know, but who cares, I guess.
I do. Look at that giant window. It makes you want to crash through it and jump outside.
Maybe you. I'm not in an action movie.
This is the 15th floor. I know! I was just saying. Saying what?
Yeah.
Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
Nice.
I love that face that she makes when she's writing.
So do I, it's adorable. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired.
Oh my god, Gant just kills him. Don't say that.
One final act of mercy, I guess.
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark.
That's crazy. It was right before he died.
Yeah, I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Most people don't tend to know that kind of stuff. Not everyone.
Yep, that's what Phoenix is saying.
Gee, you think?
The damn organ from hell.
Yep, the Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we'd hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department.
How loud is that thing?
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
What the fuck?
When the detective screws up, the Chief calls them to his office. And makes them listen to the organ for hours.
Oh god. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
Organs aren't really designed with that in mind. After that, The detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
No wonder he loves it. But aren't the chief's ears affected? Dude, he's a demon. He can take it.
Yep. He never listens to anyone anyway.
It's not Damon Gant, it's Demon Gant.
Yep. That's besides the point.
Weirdly enough, I don't know what the joke of his name is, but it might literally be. Who knows? This mark looks like some kind of flower.
Well, it is. It's designed after the insignia in the prosecutor's badge.
I can actually confirm that it is.
There's a badge for the prosecutors?
They do have a badge. Edgeworth doesn't show his off though, like Phoenix.
But
so
badges are a symbol of pride.
I think Edgeworth keeps his in his pocket or whatever. But I can say that at some point in this series, I have seen the badge, and that is what it looks like.
Yeah, like the one hanging from your collar.
Yeah,
What?
I literally thought about this. I literally thought about this in this recording. Yeah, he's so excited. I literally thought about this in recording. I don't think we showed Gant the badge in the last investigation.
Dude, I feel like it's gonna be like a background thing later that like Phoenix is just gonna have like a massive badge collection at some point, or like all different kinds of badges from professions. Shit he just finds off eBay.
Oh my god, he's way too excited about this.
Bro, when Edgeworth resigns, he's gonna be begging for that badge.
Oh my god.
The design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system.
Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful.
But Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. Mr. Edgeworth. That's because he's a sharp dresser. A badge like that wouldn't go well with his outfit.
So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges?
Oh god, I can feel an insult coming. I guess everyone's just kind of let it slide. I don't see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment.
Yeah, that's fair.
This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. It looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Her. It's Lana.
So I guess, what was it that we had to do? We have to convince Gumshoe that the two pieces of evidence are,
Oh yeah.
We gotta convince. Well, obviously we could use the vase to convince him of the last piece of the vase.
Yeah.
We have to convince them they're related to SL9 so we can take them.
Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this? Jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. Yesterday. It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Yep.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? The one that was in that safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Wait for it. There it is.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. What?
We're gonna put it together. Finish the vase.
Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Haha. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Well, Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
Why, thank you, Emma. If I can put this together, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence.
That's true. Just the one piece. We just have to do the one piece. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, done. You're done. That's and really funny, actually.
There! It fits like a charm. Of course that means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
To what end? But...
Hey guys, get a load of this! Get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. Well, it's got blood on it.
There was spots of blood before, but now there's more. There's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gaunt hide this in his safe? Unstable
Don't
jar
know.
Updated.
But now we have it full. So now maybe we might have a text option now. Yeah.
Two
Oh, we got
text
two.
options.
We might have never talked to him.
Oh,
I can't
fair
remember
point.
if we actually did.
I might have slipped our mind. That desk on the
Yeah.
other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Oh, we're
Yes,
talking to
that's
Emma.
where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gaunt's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us to do. He told us it so himself at our New Year's party. Wow. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
Wow.
Nice. I see.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gaunt and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Who knows?
Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of those SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reasoning for coming here, right? Isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Bro, what?
I think you have the right idea. I think Gumshoe is thinking what we're thinking.
What are we thinking?
Gant is not as...
No way he's smart enough to think that of himself. Okay, now
I
then.
don't know.
Let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal.
Wow.
You don't just let it go at that.
Wow.
Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Alright, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gaunt might be a suspect, do you? Dun dun
What?
dun.
He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Emma? You good? Chief Gaunt. So it's finally come to this.
Yeah.
Ironically, we're only doing this because of evidence he presented. What do I think of him?
Crazy. Yep.
Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. Does that
Yeah.
apply to Emma and Lana too, Mr. Wright? There you go, ignoring me again.
Okay, now we
Get
have
fucked.
that. So we still
Now
have
what?
to prove... Well, there were two pieces of evidence in the safe. We convinced him about the... We need to convince him about the piece of cloth with the handprint.
And how do we do that?
Well, take a look at the evidence.
Yes?
What could we do with the handprint?
Do we have to... we don't even have the handprint.
No. We have to convince him. He said that
Oh.
I'm not going to let you take them unless they're related to SL9. Well, we proved the piece of the jar was related because it was the last piece of the jar. But we need to prove that the handprint's related somehow.
Oh, I don't know about that. Was that's...
So-
why do I still have evidence from that's already been used? This is
They
just
didn't get rid of anything.
This is just
Yeah, it's
cluttering
there.
up the evidence.
Well, who knows? But my best guess would probably be we check it for fingerprints.
Oh, fair enough. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So, you want to take some fingerprints?
Because if it's anyone involved in this case, we have the data for all of them. So we don't have Neil, but we have like all the people involved in the current case. That's a great idea, detective.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead.
Wow.
Take my fingerprints.
Wow.
Oh my god, you are almost twice her age and half her IQ level.
Feels like it sometimes. It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh. Where's your sense of humor?
Okay.
Idiot.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once... Yeah, we know. Yeah.
What are you, my I don't have to be told a million times. I'm sure... I mean, I wouldn't mind, you know, one day calling her mummy. You know? Phoenix? You can have 2 mummies. 3?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
3.5?
Oh, no.
Alright, let's get this over with.
So I would choose the middle one. The middle one looks pretty clear. Middle finger. Get to blow some snow.
I ain't blowing nothing right now. How sad. Do you think this is enough?
Should be. Just about.
How was that not enough?
Maybe the top, the bottom and the top is where I'd maybe try a little more, yeah.
Really?
Where are we missing here? We're definitely close. Yeah, try it again. Yeah, I think it was that little piece on the right. There was a little gap, but...
Oh, it doesn't fit with him.
No, it's not Gant. Well, that's the thing. We not necessarily... This is about SL9, so we don't necessarily think Gant did it. Interesting.
It's Emma's fingerprints.
Yeah, yes it is. Interesting.
No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
I will say, this whole time we've been talking about why would Lana be in Gant's pocket?
Emma. He's threatening Emma?
And
No.
So we know that Joe Dark's last murder, there was something fishy going on.
Okay.
When Lana came in, she found Joe Dark, Neil Marshall, and Emma Skye all passed out.
Did Emma kill him?
Emma might have killed him. And if Emma killed him and Lana and Gant know that Emma killed him, Lana would do anything to keep that a secret, and Gant, seeing an opportunity to gain more power, agreed potentially with Lana, and the two of them then proceeded to fuck up the case.
It's always been to protect Emma.
That would explain Lana's actions in the present, because if Gant's the murderer of Goodman, Gant would have called Lana and been like, well, I just killed this guy. You're going to have to take the fall. Otherwise, I'm going to tell the truth about what happened in SL9 about Emma.
Yep, that's their deal. Oh, it's always.
But the bigger problem with this is that if all this is true, Emma killed a man. And
it was a bad man. She did a good thing.
Well, no. She killed Neil Marshall.
Oh yeah, shit. No, yeah, that's right. Oh
yeah,
that's a bad thing. That's a very bad
thing. That's really bad.
Oh, that's a bad thing.
like really bad, especially in Ace
Attorney
Attorney
who
universe.
Saved her life, no less.
Especially in Ace Attorney universe. So I'm not sure, but like, this is what this feels like. And that would finally explain Lana's part in all of this, which is really bad because if we actually like reveal all this, it's not going to be good.
She killed the guy that saved her life.
That's so fucked up. It's very Ace Attorney though.
And had the goal to pass out afterwards.
Dude, dude. Well, all of a sudden the chances of Emma coming back have gotten a little lower.
Oh, don't say that. I really like Emma.
Because the possibility of this ending really, like, depressingly have grown a lot in the last few minutes.
What about you? Emma or Maya?
For what?
Well, who do you like more?
I mean, Maya's my girl. I love Emma. She's great, but, like, yeah. I mean, like, the thing with Maya, though, is, like, there's a lot of development, and, like, there's a lot with Maya. Just in the first game, obviously, but there's a lot with Maya. And you know, even now I can't, you know,
I
really
guess we
get
just
into all
haven't
of
had
it.
enough Emma yet.
Emma's fantastic, though. I love Emma.
She is. I really like this.
It's so crazy too because at the beginning of the case, you were so bummed out about no Maya, and you had a replacement girl.
And hey, she's a worthy replacement girl.
Yeah, she's fantastic. But anyways, hey, you found a match. Whose fingerprints were they?
About that.
Are you gonna tell her?
He's keeping a lot to himself. Almost all the evidence he's kept to himself.
No, I mean to be fair, this makes sense, but this is crazy. Dude, is Phoenix gonna hide? Is Phoenix gonna like hide this like as long as he can?
Dude, we're gonna have like a bit. We're almost setting up like a betrayal moment for him to like be keeping this much evidence from her.
There's so much, dude.
And that's something he never. That's a dynamic he never had with Maya.
This is to be fair. This is really like. This is wild, though, when we just potentially found out. What we know for sure is it's her fingerprints. We don't know how that would necessarily lead to her having killed Marshall, but the thing is, why is this in Gant's safe? Like, and also, what's the vase have to do with it? It's just the pieces, because it's like, why is Lana doing what she's doing? You kind of put all the pieces together, and it feels like there's something with Emma, and that would explain a lot of the things around SL9 if Emma somehow, however, accidentally or otherwise, if she somehow killed Marshall instead of Dart.
I just realized, looking at this image for so long, she's got a really long neck.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, that is like a good 3 inches off of the collar.
Fair enough.
That is crazy.
Anyways.
It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Look at you, Phoenix, trying to protect your girl like that. Psst. And if you can't convince him, he won't let you take it. Hey, you. Over there.
Oh, he did see it, though.
What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Wow.
Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. Nice.
Yeah, we convinced him.
Well, was that any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence.
Now that's not very kind, is it?
Gumshoe, one of your dreams comes true today. We need to jump out that window right and now.
No.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's only 15 floors. The splat will feel a lot better than the organ being blared into our head for like.
I feel a little too intimidated to click the button.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that music. You don't want to see his face.
I'll just keep looking at Gumshoe and his shit-eating grin for the rest of time, and just be frozen like this, you know?
Oh no.
Oh god, I'm not ready for that organ to play again.
Yep. In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? He's not even calling him by his name. Eek! Chief gone!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Unfortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole.
Damn.
Just then, I thought of a certain detective.
Do you mean me, sir?
Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir! Sorry! Oh, you in the coat.
No. Me, sir?
Drop off your ID on the way out.
Shit.
You won't be needing it anymore.
I mean, Phoenix broke it, but sure. But sir!
Whoa. Oh, no. Now get out! Yeah, you don't
Yes, sir.
search. You can't.
We'll be on our way too, then.
Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair.
Lana. Emma.
Don't go yet. But me, sir?
Do not let her in the room. Do not let her alone in the room with him.
Absolutely not. I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Please don't let her
Mr.
be alone
Wright.
with him.
Is he gonna pussy out?
No!
Oh my god, he actually, what the fuck? Bro actually got kicked out and just took it.
What the?
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
Bro, you should have grabbed her and ran.
Yeah, that's like leaving her alone with Manfred von Karma, only like probably way worse.
Like, this guy is intentionally hiding. He's gonna kill her. You should have swept her up and fucking ran.
No, I don't know what he's gonna do or say, but I don't think he's gonna kill her because, like I say, he's set. Like, as long as, like, because that's the problem, right? Like, if we're reading the situation right, he has the Emma card that he can hold over us. If he kills Emma, then he loses his leverage because Emma is his leverage over Lana.
I guess, but what else could he do?
He might tell her the truth.
Maybe. Look, pal,
I don't know.
If I've told you once, I told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
You let us.
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this. I never would have said it.
Wow.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gaunt was hiding it in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about this all this time? Are you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again.
Good
Later,
luck.
pal. That's
He's going back.
That's a horrible
That's
idea.
crazy.
Ah, shit. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask us some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
Interesting. He's going back to Lana.
Yep. And she's probably going to be shitting herself that we left her sister alone with that guy.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Aww!
Huh?
It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Bastard. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story.
Alright, let's talk to Lana.
One-on-one. No sisterly bias inside. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion, a certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protect him? No. I think you're afraid. Afraid of is more like it. Bitch, say that again. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? He just pops up. That's funny.
Mike Meekins.
Mike Meekins.
Would you not be scared of this guy?
Dude, that even without the music or any context, that face is just something about that face.
Well, Miss Sky? Damn.
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. Did we fuck that up somehow?
I'm not a prosecutor, girl. I'm a defendant. I am your mortal enemy right now. I think she's still not ready to spill the beans, no.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Okay, no, that was right.
I don't know who it would have been otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Emma, but, like, that's not... The way the way they directed the question, it meant more Gant than Emma. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. I mean, I feel like we have like 3 things. I feel like we have the vase, we have the handprint, and we have probably. I'm thinking the evidence list is probably the best one.
Yeah.
But we got. I mean, all 3 of them are like kind of relevant here.
See if we get 3. If we get 3 different things. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go over all of them. Yep.
This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. You cracking? Cracking about as much as this farce was a couple of days ago? The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders? Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details. I can say that I was given an order that day.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm just gonna assume I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body.
There's no one else it would have been.
You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct.
Shite.
I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
Already conveniently placed in there. The murder weapon. You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
Damn. That would be
And that's
Edgeworth's knife?
that's what Angel Star saw. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him.
Seriously, how morbid.
That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr, huh? So her testimony was factual.
Yep.
Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in the scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe?
Right. Then I called my sister. Yep.
We are like getting the entire fucking story right now. We're not even in the trial itself.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
this is,
crazy.
like,
We still have a trial day.
We have to do the trial while also knowing, like, what the hell? This is not Ace Attorney at all. Like, what? This is so
this has
different
kind of
from what we
happened
do.
before. Well, we still don't know the specifics of the actual murder, to be fair. And we need to nail Gant for this shit. But we also, like, the tricky part of this is again, it feels like if we get Gant, he's just gonna, like, spill the beans on Emma. And that, we can't, like, that's a problem. And again, whatever happened with Emma, if it is what it kind of feels like, or if it's something else, like, he obviously has something on that level over Lana's head. So, because Lana's willing to go down for murder to keep this hidden. Tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
Interesting. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Interesting.
And the theme's playing again. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Interesting, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time.
Huh.
However, it seems after I spoke to... And that's what inspired him to pull the Goodman nonsense. It seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
And that caused that whole fucking incident from the other day. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? Fuck!
Which honestly, in the long run, was kind of good for us solving this case.
I know,
because
but still,
if
fuck.
there was never an incident in the evidence room, not only would we probably never have gotten past the first day, but I think almost more than that, we probably never would have been in the evidence room and found that giant pool of blood that we still haven't answered about.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator.
Nice, we're in.
Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. It's gotta be the Emma thing. She's like, she gave him all that just to say, let me go down for this.
Gave you the, gave you the truth you wanted, but that's all I can give you now. But you're trying to, you're begging me to, sully my own records. I can't be doing that. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons.
Yeah, but if we save Lana, we might be dooming Emma. That's the problem.
So I have to pick which Sky Sister to follow, which path to take. Detective Goodman's real murderer. That freaky bastard. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago.
It would be crazy if this actually comes down to a choice between which sister.
That would be a peak decision, man, because they don't understand, which one would you go for? That would be peak.
Wow.
Actually.
All right. That was the investigation for the final investigation for Rise from the Ashes. We are done investigating in Rise from the Ashes.
That was a longer investigation than I expected.
Yeah, that one ended up actually being a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said though, I am gonna stop here though. I can't do
no finale. You don't want to keep going?
No, but it does set us up well to probably do a long, however long of an episode for the finale next time, which is pretty good because we made more progress. We made more progress than expected today between the two episodes.
Thankfully, because this has gone much, much too long.
Yeah, this was, but no, this was really fun, and this is intense too. This is some good stuff too, good content.
I feel the same. That was really good. We essentially got 90% of the case down right now, and even with all of our pieces in together, Lana is still don't do anything. Don't do this. I gave you the truth that you wanted. Just stop because my sister is in danger right now. She's literally in custody right now. What the fuck? What do we do?
Yeah.
If we do our job as a defense attorney, we might doom Emma, and if we don't, we doom Lana. So how do we out this? And I feel like we definitely need the help of almost everyone we've come across. I get the feeling that Edgeworth will probably help us out as well at some point in the case. So this is by far the longest fucking case in Ace Attorney. And I feel like this is going to be a big boy trial tomorrow because fuck.
Oh yeah. It's hype.
For
all the answers we have, there is definitely a lot of shit that's still yet to go down.
And I am definitely looking forward to that,
Oh yeah, and it'll be the official ending of the first Ace Attorney game as well.
Well, official as far as the Westerners go.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's the official for everyone. It's just not the original.
Yeah. Still, it's been a pretty good add-on, pretty good treat for people that bought the trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Well, not even just the trilogy. This was just This was just
No,
a thing in the game
the
itself.
first because these games were released individually on the DS. So this was Ace Attorney 1 specifically.
Like got like an additional like half game content, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is quite literally like OG DLC action, type of stuff that we weren't kind of before that was much of a thing. But yeah, it's really cool stuff though. And I love this case. I love the characters in this case. I love, Marshall's awesome, Gant's awesome, Angel's really cool. Meekin's less so, but he's a meme character, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He fulfills his role well.
He does.
Honestly, the worst character in this whole fucking thing is the Blue Badger. Fuck the Blue Badger.
I mean, that's not even an original character though. That's just an expansion on it.
I know. That's actually a character that's technically from the first game, like the original first game.
Yep, they're just expanding on it. It's not, it's not our fault that it sucks, but
I hate everything.
That just is how,
I'm not gonna lie, as awful as it was, it still wasn't as bad as I remember.
Oh god, what kind of scars did you have before this?
I swear it played more than it did, but yeah, no, there were a bunch of moments where it was actually muted, which was beautiful.
Maybe they took it out in the remake?
I don't think so. I think it's the same. It's funny either way though. But
Lord.
Yeah, no, great stuff. We'll see what happens with Emma and Lana and Gant and all that good stuff in the next episode. Like I said, we'll probably go to the end in the next episode. I don't know how long that's gonna be. I wouldn't be, because it's a former.
The fact that you're even like suggesting it wouldn't happen is kind of terrifying in and of itself.
So I just don't remember, but based on like what we've seen and like how day 2 went, even if it's a bit longer than day 2's trial, like it should be fine. Like I can't imagine it'll be more than like 4 hours. Like that's probably on the high end. So it should be fine. I'm sure it'll be a chunky episode, but that's fitting for the finale anyways, so it'll work out. This episode was, a little smaller than the last like 2 or whatever, so.
Yeah, but it's still 2 hours.
All good.
That's more than
Yeah,
enough.
It's still a nice episode. Oh, no, it's a solid episode. But yeah, no, we're nearing the end of Rise from the Ashes, and that feels good. Feels good. We'll be starting Justice for All pretty soon as well. Ace Attorney 2.
I'm feeling pretty good about this, and yeah, that's almost, not even on my mind right now, because I'm in the groove. I'm in the groove of the Ashes.
Yeah.
I'm in the groove of the Sky.
But it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how close we are all of a sudden to Justice for All, just like that.
For real. We're actually about to get to the second game. Like, I don't know if the planets align, if I piss in just the right direction on a full moon, we might even somehow get to the third game this year.
That would be insane. Honestly, hopefully, but it still feels.
Well, I'd like to eventually go at a pace of more than one game a year, because I would rather not still be in this 10 years down the line.
Yeah, that would probably be good. But
I'd like to still have this channel 10 years down the line, but
Like I said, who knows the specifics of when we'll get to the later stuff. But we are going to do the second game right after the first, and we'll be getting to the third game after he does some more Danganronpa content. So we will eventually get to we'll be getting to Ace Attorney 2
like
really
the equivalent
soon.
Of Rise from the Ashes in the Danganronpa series with Ultra Despair Girls.
Oh, I lost you for a second there.
Oh, I just said kind of like the equivalent of Rise from the Ashes in the Danganronpa series, just the little extra thing that's there. Ultra Despair Girls.
Sure. And then
the anime, which sounds very, very controversial.
That'll be interesting as well. But regardless, the point is that
all of the dub VAs, that alone is it puts it down to a B rank. You know what I'm saying? I said, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I lost you a second time there. We're gonna have to end this pretty quick, because all of a sudden the call is having issues that it didn't have this entire time. So I guess it's the right time for it, but
it's destiny, my man. The clock just struck midnight for me. We have been going for 6 hours. I haven't eaten dinner.
That sounds
but to
about
be
right.
honest, I feel completely fine.
Well, that's good,
I feel
guess.
good. I feel strong. The case of the Sky Sisters rejuvenated me. I feel perfectly good, my man. I could go.
Yes,
I
sir.
could go for the next. I could go for the trial. I could go and start like AA2 right now. I feel good.
That's fun, but hey, next time we will be finishing this thing up, so
Yeah,
might not be
and
that far down the line.
that is exciting. That is very exciting.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, I think this is a good spot to end off. We're at like 2:20 now.
Hmm?
So guys, this is it. Next part, we are ending off the longest chapter in the Ace Attorney franchise, Rise from the Ashes, and we will unfortunately, no matter how this goes, probably be saying our farewells to the Sky Sisters for quite a while, I'd imagine. So yes, we will see you next time.